Let's get ready to rumble!
Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I'm sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm willing to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
He's right at it, I see.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. And I got my boy Tomo back, fresh off of vacation. Cowboys didn't get the dub, but I don't know how he's feeling. Is he excited about the vacation he had? Is he not excited because the Cowboys lost? But Tomo, how you feeling, man?
I mean, now that the hope is gone, I can go back to living my life. You know what I mean? Because the Vikings gritty, them hopes and prayers away. Outside of that, man, you can never complain when you're on vacation. I mean, you need a vacation from the vacation, I will say that. But yeah, you can never complain. So I'm happy I'm back. I'm happy I get to talk some sports. Also got some sad news going into the show. They say Bud retiring from boxing. That's after he fight Canelo. But other than that, I'm here to see what you got to say about the Commanders. Here, I don't really want to hear from the Eagles fans, but, my 2-minute reel went out, so they got nothing but calls for me. So I'm here, Joe. Let's get it.
Let's get it. We got a great show for y'all today, man. We got to talk about the Commanders, like Tomo said. The Commanders finally shut down Jayden Daniels. We're going to react to that. Is it over for the Cowboys? They lose to the Vikings. Only way they can get to the playoffs, Eagles have to lose out, and the Cowboys have to win out. So we got to talk about that. Are they done? The Bills came back and beat the Patriots. Teddy's Patriots, Jovan's Patriots, Tony's Patriots. Who else? That's another Patriot fan out here. I can't think right now. But came back on their Patriots. And Mike Patriots. We want to know, what does that loss to the Bills do for the Patriots? We're going to talk about that. Micah Parsons, suffered an ACL injury. That's sad to say. Prayers up to him. And the Packers are still rolling though. So we got to find out, can the Packers still win the Super Bowl? Because people have them as favorites right now. Not favorites, but people have them winning. Some people do. Can they still win without Micah Parsons? Another ACL injury. Patrick Mahomes suffered an ACL injury. But now on top of that, they were eliminated from the playoffs by losing to the Chargers. Is the Chiefs dynasty over? And then last but not least, we got the NBA Cup championship today. We got the San Antonio Spurs. Shout out to Worm. And we got the New York Knicks. Shout out to Lil Cardo. And we're going to make our predictions on who wins this game. But, Tomo, you take over. The day night here. Go and take over.
Well, man, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
You see what happened, man? I had the Iron Man Award, and I took a few days off, and I don't even know what the day is, man. Shout out to Carl for holding it down while I was out, man. Great shows, man. Hats off to you, Joe. But if you're at home right now, you're getting prepared for the NBA Cup. You finally know what streaming service you want to watch it on. You can sit down. You see what Wemby did, gave OKC their second loss. I know in that locker room they felt just like us. And take it away, Dave.
Turn me up.
Hey, man.
Let's get it.
Do your thing, Jody.
We are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So make sure y'all like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports. And also, share this video because you could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to Levi123. Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. If you turn to him and repent for your sins, you will be saved. Right on. Right on, my brother.
Run it back after that.
Up.
You're 100% right? We appreciate the comment and happy that's the first comment up here. Like I said, leave the comments. You could be involved in the show. And last but not least, kick back and relax and enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Well, I mean, rolling right into the beginning of the season, we do panels. We have a lot of panels. We do panels for every team in the NFL. Like I said, for those that are new here, hey, you become a member. And look, you can join the panels. You can come on and tell us about your preseason preview. We do them for your teams. We do them for the division. I don't know if we should do it for the conference. It might get a little ugly. That might be a 3-hour show. But we do predictions for that as well. And this guy came off of one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. And then we roll right into the next season. High expectations. A lot of expectations. Joe, you know what I thought about before this started? I said the season that Joe didn't have the expectations, they went to the NFC Conference Championship. The 2 seasons that you had the high expectations, they ended bad. I don't know if you want to take note of that going into next year, but reboot mode is activated because the Commanders come out after that Vikings game. Some would say he had the lingering injury, but he reactivated something in that non-throwing shoulder of his that got dislocated. And they said, you know what? It's only 3 games. Elbow of his. Yeah, because if it was a shoulder, that would have been even uglier. But final 3 games of the season, they say, JD, you're done, son. And I know Netflix is a little upset because they got 2 teams from the NFC East that they thought we're going to be fighting for a playoff spot. And now that game is just going to come on at 1 and everybody going to be like, whatever.
I know.
Joe, how you feeling about this news that came out?
They should have started the Hard Knocks in the beginning of the season.
Right. I don't know why they waited. They missed all the good stuff.
They kind of did, though. They missed all the good stuff. Missed the A.J. Brown tantrums. They missed y'all trades. They missed us going through our injuries every other week. And the Giants were booming with Jackson Dart. Like
the ratings would have been through the roof. Now everything's starting to balance back out. Shout out to Blaze.
Hey, I was gonna give him a shout out too in the next topic, but you could do it if you want to. But this was the right decision. I came on the show. I'm not sure if it was R2L show Unfazed, but as a fan, sometimes your vision could be cloudy. All right, you could have blurred vision sometimes when you're giving your analysis on your favorite team. Especially when your favorite quarterback in the league barely plays and your team is struggling. And you're like, I know this dude can help. And you're like, man, I want to see him play. And you find all the reasons why he should play. Now, I do think the reasons why I've given for him to play were valid. He's still young. It was a dislocated elbow, but it's not. He's not re-injuring the same thing. So that's something right there. And rhythm. Get them in rhythm. You got new pieces. Like you said, Tom, I think you mentioned that you got new pieces. You want to see how they look. But once he got shoved, Tombo, and he fell and he re-aggravated it, just that simple. After that, I was like, you know what? Just shut the man down. As hard as it is, just shut him down. Now, Jayden Daniels played 4 full games. That's it. 4. All year, from start to finish. In those 4 games, all right, he was 2-2. 7 touchdowns, 2 turnovers, 1 fumble loss, and 1 interception. 63% completion percentage, 219 yards per game, 44 rushing yards per game. So it was an okay year for him in this 4 games. Now, we count the numbers on his half games. It wasn't too good, but I'm only counting 4 games. So his second year is officially over. I know people were saying sophomore slump. You can call it what you want. I call it a sophomore slump when you come back the second year and your play is just horrible. Your play is just not the same. Now, his play wasn't the same, but we didn't give it time to develop because of injuries. Like C.J. Stroud, he played a whole season. That was a sophomore slump. But when this due to injury, I wouldn't call that a sophomore slump. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's the right move, Tomo, and I'm happy. Now, we did beat the Giants. We got Philly next. I told you, Dan Quinn going to these last 4 games, like these are division games. Our identity need to show and see who we are. I believe that we can. Am I going to pick us to free JD? Come on, man. Am I going to pick us to beat the Eagles? Nah, but I will say we will be competitive. We will be competitive for most of the game. So, great decision. JD5 come back healthy more than ever.
Where his little boy mother at? Where are the adults? I ain't gonna do that to you, Joe. But
I know, right?
There's a lot of questions that need answers, man. That's just gonna be the thing for the NFC East. Well, because our division is so up and down, bro. We are a dysfunctional family over here, man. We went from the Eagles losing 3 games straight to beating the crap out the Raiders, and now they like, man, look at us, talk about us. We went from the Cowboys beating 2 of the teams that was in the Super Bowl in 5 days and being like, the Cowboys is back, to the Cowboys losing 2 games in a row, and now it's just like the Cowboys out of whack. Then you're looking at the Commanders where you're like, man, our expectations are through the roof. And now everybody's saying, man, that injury bug, it's a thing. And then the Giants is just, they just here. It's kind of like that dude that do the skits with the NFC East meetings. The Giants are literally just here while the rest of us are up there having, like, at the adult table, the Giants at the kids table, like, I can't wait to get back. And this right here, I was with you, Joe. I even had a debate with my man Will. Shout out to Coach Grant. About them playing JD when I was playing the Vikings, right? And he's sitting here, he like, nah, they shouldn't play him, man. We out of the playoffs. We shouldn't do this. And I'm like, but you need the reps. He needs the reps. Y'all even Terry McLaurin, Debo, y'all have had everybody on the field at one time. And get well soon. Ertz went out in that game also. I know we going back a game, but it's still like he needed to play because it's football. You never know what can happen. And like Carl said on the last episode or 2 episodes ago, you can get hurt doing anything. Literally doing anything. And it's funny that happened because my son who played basketball, he fractured his pinky getting out the car. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. You can get hurt doing anything. And him having the reps and just the play style that he needed, that he plays with, a lot of people would say, at some point he was going to get hurt because of his play style. But he was smart, especially in his rookie season. He was making the big plays and getting out of bounds. This year, a lot of teams was saying, you know what? He not going to make them big. If he make the big play, we gonna make sure he don't get out of bounds. And that's what happened with the freakish, elbow. It was looking like he was running for the touchdown, but he also looked like he wanted to get out of bounds at the same time. And that's just what happens. But also, shout out to Dan Quinn for saying, I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna do it. We're not gonna rush him back or have him go through the rehab of saying, you know what, getting prepared for a game instead of saying, let's just go through the rehab and get you prepared for next year. And based upon how the NFC East is looking, again with football, it's going to be a lot of change. We might have they the team that broke the curse last year. The last time it happened, it seemed like they're going to do it again. Philly might win I'm going to say might for now, but Philly can win the division 2 times in a row. And then you got to look at it. Do it start all over again, Joe? Who's going to be the next team? You go into it knowing JD is going to be a little bit better, play a lot smarter. You never know which pieces y'all gonna add. So I say all that to say this. I agree with it. It's only 3 games. But what are you gonna spoil you? Because if you beat the Eagles, all they gotta do is win next week, and they still going to the playoffs. So
they got the Bills. That's a tough one. They could beat the Bills.
They sleeping on it. They saying the Bills ain't nothing. So I'm riding with Kev on this one. The Bills ain't nothing. So you never know. But have Mariota out there. See if he's going to be your backup for next year. Give the other guys an opportunity, get some incentives, things like that. Don't rush JD back because he is the future.
Yeah, we put Noah Brown on IR too. It's easy to say, yeah, we put Noah Brown on IR. And also Ben Sinnott, with Zach Ertz being out, it's going to be some good time to evaluate him. But I like what you said. Dan Quinn learned from a mistake because after the Vikings game, he said that he could have came back in the game, but he said no. Because there was no need to, obviously. But he was saying that he's working hard to come back. And it's like, what? The doctors ruled him out, but he said doctors ruled him out, but he's working to come back. So him coming out saying that we just shut him down, that's him saying, you know what, we're not going to risk this, man. Let's shut him down. And it kind of goes against what Jay Gruden was saying, we treat him like a China doll. And it's like, bro,
where y'all find him at?
Jay Gruden, he was on the arena. The arena gridiron. All right, hold on. What this comment say?
Oh, you want to bring it back up?
This was JD only chance. Cowboys getting better next year. Philly Still got an elite squad. Only trying to do what?
Take the division, I guess. He gonna come back.
But the Eagles got an elite squad, right? I mean, like the Eagles this year, next year, tomato. But yeah,
I think they weird because the AJ Brown thing.
Y'all know, boy, they got Howie, bro.
It's weird.
As long as they got Howie, bro, they gonna have a good team.
You right. Because their defense, they gonna keep the same coordinator on defense. So that defense, I would say their defense is only gonna get better. I don't know what their offense gonna look like next year.
I can see that, yeah. Because they got new coordinators every year, and he looking like he about to get a head coaching job. Like what?
Whoever hires him, you know what? He might be a good head coach. He might just be a bad offensive coordinator.
I don't know, Tomo. They did the same thing about what's his name. They last OC that the one we got. What's his name? We got him now.
Cliff Kingsbury?
No.
Shane Steichen?
No. The one that was after this Shane.
Frank Wright?
Brian. I think
Brian Johnson.
Yeah. They were saying he was getting calls. We was like, what? But he's an assistant on our roster. You know, so like I don't think he'll get on a coaching job, bro. Like why?
You never know.
Never know though.
The Giants might call him. I'm just saying, bro. You never know. Like I said, some people may be good head coaches. They just bad offensive coordinators. Like he may be able to rally a team, but he just can't call plays. There we go, because they don't want him calling plays. But he's a good head coach.
No, he can't do what Dan Campbell did. Dan
Campbell, boy, he bounced back. What a great way to bounce back. He said, I'm going to use the Cowboys to show y'all I could be a coach and an OC. That was a perfect game from him.
He used us. That was the first time he called plays against us. But we had a bad defense, though. So
that's what I'm saying. So
who needed to drive a QB?
That's a wild picture, but yeah, who needed to drive for QB? That was a crazy picture. I had to decipher that for a second. All right, but
that was the Chicago Bulls, I think.
I hope so.
I think it was.
I ain't bringing it back up to prove it, but like you said, with your last 3 games, you got the Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. I mean, I know you said you're not picking y'all to beat the Eagles, but what do you think y'all finish in those 3 games?
I mean,
it is the Bulls. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's the Bulls. Yeah,
I'm still on vacation.
Next, yeah.
Wow.
Yo, Washington's the next Jets.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. All right.
I don't like y'all.
0-3.
Wow.
Hey, 0-3 is like if you a better man, 0-3 is the way to go. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, because I mean, Tomo, we just won our first game in 8 games, in 9 games. In our last 9 games, we are 1-8.
You don't think y'all can get them?
I think we could, but if you put money on it, more likely we're going to lose all 3. More than likely, we are not favoring none of these games. But I do see us like pulling off 1, maybe.
I tell you this, I heard from a Cowboys content creator, which it makes sense when you think of it. The Cowboys lose to the Chargers, you basically got nothing else to play for. So Joe Milton might play that game. I'm just saying. All right, man. All right, cool. Our defense ain't no better. But
yo, Marcus Mariota, he fumbled. When he fumbled, like he turned it, bro. You right. Every game he finds a way to turn the ball over. And then you saw the fumble he had at the end of the game. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn the ball over at the best time.
Yeah, that's what he do. He always do it at that moment, and then he have a drive like he did against the Broncos. It's like, bro, who are you?
I know, right?
Like, who are you right now? Marcus Mariota represents this next team we're gonna talk about.
I'm sorry, I don't even know what is he trying to say with this comment. It's true, they are the next Jets. What are you trying to say? The Jets got the longest playoff drought right now, currently standing. The longest playoff drought. When the Kings went to we're talking about all major sports. When the Kings made it to the playoffs, they passed over the drought to the Jets.
I'm trying to think.
Like they haven't won the Super Bowl since Joe Namath.
That's a long time.
Come on, man.
Coming from me, that's a long time. But is he saying it where the expectations will always be half of the team, but y'all just don't deliver?
He said quarterback. He didn't want to say get a quarterback, right? Are you talking about you comparing us that Sam Darnold situation or something?
To me, that's this year though.
No, all right, let's move on, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what he say. I want to see his response in that. Why he's saying it's the Jets, not the old players part. That can't be it. Because they just had young players and they still bad.
I know they were one of the youngest teams.
They still bad. Like they don't make no sense. But yeah.
Deja vu.
I don't know if you tapped into Hard Knocks just yet.
Okay.
But the last episode I watched, my head coach was in the lobby of a hotel right before they played the Lions and said, December football. This is where men are made. This is where real football happens, where good teams show up and bad teams, they just tend to fall off. And then you proceed to lose to the Lions. Then I went back and watched that same clip again. And I was like, you just lost to the Vikings. So what are you? Like, there's a lot of motivation there, but after a devastating 34-26 home loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the Cowboys' playoff hopes go from 1% to 0.5. Dallas is now 6-7-1 and has effectively shifted their focus from playoffs to the all-season overhaul. And I'm not saying that the players have done it. Some of them maybe, but I know for the fan base they have. So I'm gonna ask myself this, and I'm gonna ask you all at home this: are the Cowboys done? Man, 3 weeks ago, Joe told me ain't no X bio name. You go on ESPN, ain't no E next to that name neither. I'm gonna be delusional and say no.
Okay.
But the part that stops me is the only way the Cowboys can get into the playoffs is if the Eagles go 0-3. Now, if you ask me that, if we being honest, the Cowboys are done then. I don't see the Eagles going 0-3 down this stretch unless something crazy happens. And I think they already got past that wave. They got their get-right game with the Raiders. But this is one of them teams that'll go out and beat the Raiders, lose to the Bills, then play the Commanders. So it's up and down. But I will say this. Eagles fans, my answer is delusional fan? No. Realistically, yes, we are done. But so Joe can go after this. I'm going to just make this announcement to the Eagles fans that have been reaching out to me. If you want the Cowboy fans to shut up, win out. Stop giving them hope. Because the moment y'all lose a game, y'all lose 2 games, what you think Cowboy fans are going to do? Because the Cowboys could probably go out there and beat the Chargers. It'll be one of those crazy games. They beat the Chargers, and then y'all lose, and now it's like the hope is back again. So that's all I'm saying. So, yeah, Joe, take it away, and then I'll rebut after that because it's crazy.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
When I can't sleep at night without holding you tight, each time I try, I just break down and cry. Pain in my head. I'd rather be dead. Spinning around and around. Although we go to the... Tomo's over, bro. It's over, Tomo. And I'm sorry to do this to you, Tomo, because you're a good Cowboy fan, but...
Play it.
I'm not going to play it. I got no video or nothing. But, Tomo, the Cowboys... You know what? It's what the Cowboys did. Hold on. We got a sound effect for this. Hold on. You know what? This is what the Cowboys did.
Son. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, wrong one. You know, it's somewhere in the bottom because I haven't heard it in a long time. But
at the bottom?
they I can't find it, but
Emotional damage.
You have been zapped. I mean, I was fooled. I was punked. I got the carpet pulled from under me.
I forgot my glasses.
got your prop. Tomo, y'all, and this is what Blade said. Blade, they the same old Cowboys. Just wait till December. They're not gonna win a game. And I was like, I even came on and said, they're beating good teams. And gonna find out a good team you beat is out the playoffs already. So it's like, bro, like the Cowboys literally are imposters. Like for real, like they put a mirage, like y'all were different from the previous Cowboys. That's how I looked. I was like, you know what? This Cowboy team, this is the most confident I've been on the Cowboy team my whole life. I came on air and said that. And then after y'all lost to the Vikings, I looked at your schedule and I said, yo, they legitimately beat only bad teams except for Philly. And And then I thought the Chiefs were a good team, and they not. They are legit 6-8, and they just got eliminated. You beat Philly because y'all always beat Philly, and you beat Green and you tie with Green Bay because whenever I realized with that, when there's emotion involved against the other team, he gonna ball out. He balls out against the division, and he balled out against Green Bay because that whole Michael situation. When there's some type of connection between him and the other team, he gonna do his thing. But if that's not the case, and I'm not blaming that. This is where I realized these are like when Stephen A said what can go wrong will go wrong. You got the best kicker in the NFL, Tomo.
Bruh, don't get me started, bruh.
And this the time you missed 2 field goals?
From his range. That's his range.
I get the 59-yarder, but he hit not like it's nothing all year, Tomo. And the one day you actually need him, he missed. I was like, dang, Tomo, like this is sad. So I was literally like, yo, I was fooled. I really thought, because the Vikings loss is a Cowboys type of loss where like you have hope, and then you supposed to beat this team at home. And for real, Tomo, that was your first loss at home. That's another thing. That was your first. It's like that's so Cowboyish. Like,
no, it was a second one. We lost to the Cardinals.
Dang, that's a bad home loss. Dang, I did lose to the Cardinals.
No, Javante, when he was on the hot mic.
Yeah. So, and that was right before y'all bye week. But yeah, man, that's my feedback. I think y'all done, and I think like y'all fooled me, bro. Y'all got me good, bro. I got me good.
Bro, I had the glasses and everything. They right outside the room. I forgot all about it because I was getting the links and stuff ready. I was gonna come in and be like, "You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, run astray." It's crazy because you're right. The fan base definitely was looking at most of these games, especially during that stretch. Like I said, going into the bye week after losing it to the Cardinals, you're like, all right, we just got to beat the Raiders. But then it was like, it depends on the trades. Then you get 2 trades, you get a linebacker and you get a defensive tackle, everything that you need. Then you're like, all right, we got 3 games in 12 days. We're gonna see how it shake out. Beat the Raiders. Then you're like, you know what, Philly gonna be tough. But as a Cowboy fan at home, like you said, is that we gonna beat the Eagles. Then you look at the game that how they won it. You down 21-0, 48 minutes of nothing from the Eagles. I promise you, they had 4 bye weeks this year. Kev didn't get where I was going with that. That Cowboys game, y'all took off. That's why y'all can play so good in December. Y'all took off for a half. And then you beat the Chiefs, who look like a splitting image of you. And I'm not saying that because we all know the Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl, so get your jokes out the way. I'm talking about literally this season, y'all looking like splitting images of each other, the way you're winning and losing games. And then you go emotionally, you got to beat Detroit to stay into the thick of it. You get beat, and it's like, all right, we got to bounce back. The Vikings haven't been playing good. They found a way to play good against the Commanders, but again, like Joe said, the Commanders have been trying to find their way all season as far as dealing with injuries, just getting in sync. They go out, and then next thing you know, it's just all bad. Like you said, Joe, you see Aubrey walk out there, you like, oh, we got this, especially at home. And then one of them went far left or far right. I was like, oh my goodness.
I was 59. They went far right.
Like, sheesh.
Yeah, he had a distance. It was just off.
It was just bad. Like he literally just took a day off. So now you got questions storming around that. And then it's just like, do you even want to see this team in the playoffs? Like, if you're a Cowboys fan, do you want to see this team in the playoffs? Offensively, at some point you do, but then even on the offense now it's starting to get questions. It's like George Pickens have a good game, then he don't. CD consistent, but George Pickens can't find it. Or Ferguson is off, or the running back is this, or the offensive line can't block. It's just, now it's questions there, when that was the perfect balance for a while. So technically, if they were to find a way to get in, it's just going to be another embarrassing loss, honestly, going up against who they probably got to go up against. Now, if they got to play the Eagles, I ain't going to say it's going to be embarrassing. I think they win that one. I'm sorry. But like you said, if it's emotions tied to it with Dak, and that's a good observation, because those are the games that he showed up for. Tampa Bay playoff game. Brady couldn't beat him. All right, watch what I go do. That was one of his best playoff games. Then the next
was his best playoff game.
Then the next one was against what was it, the Packers? No, we played the 49ers. We played the 49ers that year.
Yeah, that year y'all played the 49ers, yeah, second round.
And then boom. It's just like, well, I know it's like something in his mind was like, well, we can't really beat this team, and then boom, they go out and lose. It's just weird. I don't understand it. But next 3 opponents, Chargers, Commanders, Giants, they lose to the Chargers. Like I said, Joe, speculation is that they might be starting to pack it up. You out at that point.
Let me say this. Because we play Saturday. And by the way, I'll be in town. So all you Eagle fans, I'm down to watch the game with y'all. Let's get it. Let me know. But if we beat them, Tomo, hope is there. Because, like I said, they can lose to the Bills. The Bills are still trying to fight to get the AFC East. The Patriots play Baltimore this week. So
that's what would have been so nice about them winning those games. Because if you look at it, if the Cowboys didn't have the tie, right, they probably would have been 7-7. My record prediction probably would have been spot on. They probably would have got to 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
The one year I'm spot on is a bad year for me. I'm never doing the predictions again.
It's crazy. I'm looking at the schedule, and yes, the Cardinals is a bad loss, but that happens. This Vikings loss is the bad loss right here. Because
I think this is the worst one. I agree.
Yeah, because we can accept the Lions loss. Like, remember the Lions is like you want to get the Lions or the Chiefs. That was the thing. Like can we at least we try to get both? Let's try to get one. And you got the Chiefs. So losing to the Lions, it wasn't really a big deal. It was like, all right, cool. Just run the table now. Y'all got the Vikings who are at the playoffs, the Chargers, us and Giants who are at the playoffs. And then y'all lose to the Vikings, like, dang.
And they just got mathematically eliminated and found a way to win. I know they mad.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's life of an NFC East fan right there, man. You just never know what you're gonna get. Like, look, Philly is having the best run of their life. So if you like 20 and you an Eagles fan, this is the best time to be an Eagles fan.
I know.
When you was like 15, life sucked, bro. It is what it is. I'm gonna still get my shots. I can't stand y'all. But about the Patriots.
Oh, man.
I was trying to think of so many ways to flip the Drake name. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go with an album. Honestly, never mind. Because we've been talking about the Patriots all year. Are they one of the best teams in the AFC? Are they ready? Are they a true contender? Are they contenders? Do you think the Patriots can win the Super Bowl? Are the Patriots back? If you ask Teddy, it's yes to all these questions. If you ask the Bills, hold up just a second now. We still got this. I see a little Commanders, Eagles thing happening here with these two teams. Yeah, they getting scrappy. A lot of people are comparing the Patriots to the Commanders from last year. They saying Drake may having that same type of season, but the Bills gave him a reason to doubt it. 35-31, home loss to the Buffalo Bills. Of course, it's always going to be tough when it's a rivalry game. Shout out to Travion Henderson for almost winning me my fantasy game. If I ever see Darren Waller in person, I got some words for him because I never seen a team give a man that much hope. And Vaughn, I'm talking to you. Joe.
You woke up to that?
Joe. I can't stand the Steelers. I looked up. I was like, oh, man, they blowing them out. Ain't no way he get these points. Last thing I see is Darren Waller get a touchdown. I say, okay. They still need about 20-something to beat me. I woke up 25. I said 25?
I know, 25.
Like, what happened? Steelers defense is terrible. It's trash. I sound like somebody that bet on a player. Like, bro, you trash. Like, how would you do that?
He beat you about 1.2. That was crazy.
Bruh.
Dang.
Fighting for my life here.
The playoffs, too. Ooh.
Fighting for my life. My kids is listening to this. It's like, nah. Take it away, Joe.
Now you know how AJ feel. It's like, nah, from last week.
Look, man, look. That was for me to get there.
That's true, though. AJ was already set, too.
Yeah, I'm really a Cowboy, man. That's crazy. I fight to get in the playoffs and lose in the first round. And in dramatic fashion, bro. This is... Good luck to the rest of y'all, man. Have fun.
I thought it was over. I was like, it's over. And then Javon's in the mess. I'm like, oh, snap. I think he won.
I woke up and said bye week. I said, how you get a bye week? I said, I lost. You know, bye week, man. I lost. I can't stand the fantasy app, bro.
He woke up to a bye week. He woke up in Cancun.
For real. Hold up.
I got you. Shout out to Dimitri.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Because his Patriots did this. His Steelers did this. Shout out to Dimitri with the 199 super chat. Our defense is bad, but we number one with the eyes. I know what the eyes is for.
Hey, Dimitri been consistent with like Steelers to the bowl. Steelers this.
Hey,
So,
they stopped me from going to the Super Bowl. Can't stand the Steelers. Take it away, Joe.
What does this loss do for the Patriots? Number one, Drake May MVP chances went down because Drake May did not have a good game, Tomo. In the first half, they were up 21-0. And a lot of that is due to the running game. I mean, dude was going crazy. And the defense, right? And Drake May, he ran a couple of touchdowns in, I think. He ran 2 touchdowns in. But throwing the ball, Drake May wasn't good. And
not really. Hold up. Shout out to Dimitri with another 199 super chat. Allen for MVP.
Allen Iverson.
I don't say Allen and 2, man.
Nah, Dimitri. Josh Allen is not MVP. Nah.
They better not cheat him. They can't cheat him. He been balling all year. They can't cheat him. And Matt Stafford, that's my vote.
I don't think he up there in no statistical category, and he had too many bad games. But yeah, Drake May didn't play good in the second half, Tomo. First, like I said, they were up 21-0, and I think 24-7 at one point. In the second half, the Bills scored every drive. Did you know that so it basically kills Drake May's case because in the second half he threw a pick, he couldn't convert on third down really, and it wasn't good for Drake May, and Josh Allen outplayed him. So while Matthew Stafford balled out against the Detroit Lions, they put up 41 points. So that hurt Drake May a lot. Secondly, like I said, the reason why I picked when me and Carl did this topic, I said the Patriots need this win more than the Bills. Although the Bills need to win the division, but the Patriots need this because they're the team that lack experience. And this is a game on a calendar that's like, okay, I look at the rest of the games of the year. We do have the Ravens. We got the Ravens. We got the wrong one. We got the Ravens, the Dolphins, and I think you got it up? Ravens, Dolphins, who else?
It's Ravens, Jets, Dolphins.
All right, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins. Jets and Dolphins, those are not needle movers. And when we did a segment, I said the Ravens aren't really either because they weren't looking too good. Now they did shut out the Bengals. We don't know how they're gonna look next week. But the real needle mover were the Bills. So like, okay, how can we beat this team? Because it's gonna tell us a lot in our fan base and the world how they view us going to the playoffs. And with this loss, it's like, dang, because they've been getting plagued all year with their schedule. Everybody kept docking them because they had a quote-unquote easy schedule, you know. And that's all a stat. It said that they have the easiest schedule in NFL history. And, like, the top 10 picks in the draft, they play like 8 of them. You know what I mean? They play like 8 teams in the top 10 in the draft right now. Like 8 of them, bro. Like the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants, bro, they schedule is really cupcake. And did you know that this is the first time all season their defense allowed 30 points and they lost the first time?
5 straight possessions, right?
Huh?
Bills scored on 5 straight possessions, right?
I think they in the second half, probably. Yeah, they scored every possession in the second half. Dang. Yeah, so it's the first time they defense allowed more than 30 points. So that's been a talk too. Like can they survive when the defense not showing up? Because the reason why the Patriots are really good, now Drake May is doing this thing. The running game is really good, but just that defense is really good, and they've been doing a good job on these teams. So I must say that. So it kind of kills it don't kill it, but it's like, all right, we're gonna take a look. Now in this Ravens game they're about to play is really important. Now we're gonna have a magnifying glass on this Ravens game. Like, let's see how these Patriots look. And if they lose to the Ravens, and it's like you're gonna hear a lot of people calling them frauds, you're gonna hear all that stuff if they lose to the Ravens. But if they go out and have a great game against the Ravens, then it's like no harm, no foul. You know, because they can still win, they will still win this division because they will beat the Jets and they should beat the Dolphins. You know how the Dolphins do with the Patriots at the end of the season, which is crazy. They just beat them every year for some reason. So I would say that's that. Like it hurts Drake May's MVP chances, and the view of them is just different right now.
And when you say I know how the Dolphins do, yes, I know personally how the Dolphins do. Darren Waller, bro, 25 points. If you go back and check his stats, Joe, for the last 3 weeks, he hasn't gotten over 5 points.
Oh my goodness.
It was like 0, 3, 4, 25.
You know you're a rapper, so you know he's in social media. He's looking to see what everybody's talking about. He probably, while you're on the bench looking at Twitter and everybody like, I need Waller to get 25. And he just went crazy. I got you.
I'm telling you, man, the power of the universe. Shout out Devon message, man. He said, Waller, can you do me a miracle? I need you. And he said, I got you. Yeah, man, it must be the
he said, never mind.
Must be the name of his mixtape. I need a miracle, and that's what happened. Man. But about these Patriots, I'm going back to what we were saying, and it kind of just to piggyback off of what you said, Joe. These 2 games were going to be like playoff games, right? Because of course now it knocks them down to the 2nd seed, so you have to play. What was that, 2 games to get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3, because 1 seed plays 2 games. Yeah, so they had to play 3. So it would have been 1, and this was your first test. Because remember the first time they played the Bills, it was a tough one, but Drake May, that was his coming out party, actually, when he was making all the passes. Yeah, and it was like, boom, okay, now this team is rolling. And then they went on the run that they went on. And of course, you knew with that Josh Allen was going to try to come back. Like players, they always say they're not listening. They always say, oh, I don't read that stuff. I don't pay attention to it. Yes, you do. They all do. You can't sit up here and say Michael Jordan is one of your favorite players and say you don't pay attention to stuff because that's all he did. That's all he did. If Michael Jordan had Twitter, I don't know. He might have tried to drop 80 every day because the way people talk on Twitter, he would have went crazy. So this game was definitely circled.
That's true.
And in the second half, the way they played, I know Mike Verb was going to have that defense ready, but that right there showed you a sign of inconsistency with a young team. This goes back to what we were saying. We don't know if they're true contenders yet. And a lot of people say, well, the regular season means nothing. The regular season is just the regular season. The playoffs is when it really matters. But those same people just do what I said about December football. The regular season don't matter, but when December football come around, everybody be like, see, in December, you got to play like this, or December is when it really counts. Well, here you go. Bounce back. Well, you got to find a way to bounce back because the Ravens, they stomped on the Bengals. I don't know what the Bengals did to them, but they still fighting for, and you got to think they still fighting for a spot too. They want the division because them and the Steelers, as long as the Steelers is winning, they got to keep winning too. So it's a fight there. So Patriots, you definitely got to step it up. So to answer it, Patriots lose to the Bills. And what does this loss mean? This means you need to show us next week that you are who you say you are, or prove to us, people who are not fans, who have to listen to the fans, go crazy in our chats. Give them something to root for. Give them something to stand on. Because outside of that, what we gonna say, Joe? Easiest schedule in NFL history. Give us something to shut us up.
And some people might say, "Oh, y'all just haters." Like somebody commented on one of our posts and said, "I know the Patriots are back because everybody's hating." All right, so people call us haters. So like, they might say, "Oh, we won 10 in a row. We only just we have a right to be our pause." Like, you know what? We had to see it, man. Like we've seen this before. Like, so like, for example, last year when we were cooking and we were winning games, people were saying the same thing. Like, y'all schedule easy. Now we got to the playoffs and we did what we did in the playoffs. It kind of stamped on like, okay, they did good last year.
Yeah,
they were legit last year. All right, we're not. It is what it is. The good teams they played this year and won were the Panthers. Are they really like a test team? Like a team that you look at like, yo, they beat the Panthers though? No, because the Panthers look bad and good. Like they looked terrible against the 49ers and they came out and beat the Rams. And then turned around and lost to the Saints. That's what the Panthers are. So and they also beat the Buccaneers, who we thought was a good team, but are they really a good? But they 7-7. Like that. You said what?
No, go ahead, finish.
They're 7-7. So legitimately the only good team they beat was Buffalo, And I'm not trying to nitpick, but Buffalo wasn't playing good at the time. Like they beat Buffalo, and then Buffalo turned around and lost to the Falcons. Remember that? They lost to the Falcons right after that. So like that's why we just want to see a win. Like beating the Ravens, it depends on how they look. Because Ravens just shut out the Bengals, like you said. They just shut them out. So beating the Ravens when they're desperate for a win, it will say something. It will say something to me like, okay. But really, at this point, I feel like we really won't know until we actually watch the playoffs. Like we got to see them in the actual playoffs. So,
you know what? And I'm going back on the schedule too. That's what I was saying. And then the one team that is good, you could say that they played during that stretch where you say with the Panthers, Bills, was the Steelers game. And remember, it was a lot of fumbles and turnovers in that game. So it was a lot. It left the questions that need to be answered.
Yeah, like 5 or 6, something like that. It was crazy.
Going off of what you just said, Joe, it sounds like that clip that Blaze put in the chat about the comparison of when the Cowboys beat the Raiders versus when the Eagles beat the Raiders. The Patriots, they beaten teams, right? But it's just like you said, it's like, do I want to really buy into it just yet? Like, I really don't want to jump on the bandwagon, and then next thing you know, I'm sitting back saying, well, you all gave me this hope. You get what I'm saying? So as far as the people in the comments, I know we got one more section, but I wasn't here. And I seen the comment. To the Bears fan, y'all better win the Super Bowl. Talking about something based upon the jerseys y'all got on, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And you a Bears fan. And you a Bears fan. Like, come on, bro. Like, I know y'all beat us, but I'm not about to let no Bears fan just get that one off. I'm like, nah. I'm sorry.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real.
When you said it on the show, I went back. I said, oh, he really said this. Is he crazy? You're a Bears fan.
Just like I know, we read all the comments and we appreciate all the good ones and the negative ones. We just appreciate you commenting, you know. Everybody got a voice. You know who the Patriots will play? I said, go ahead.
No, I said it keeps the people going.
Exactly. Do you know who the playoffs ended today? You know who they played in the first round?
Who?
The Texans.
Ooh.
That'll be a good one. They'll play the Texans first round. And that defense, woo.
Oh, and they had Diggs.
Oh, you know, Diggs on yoga right now, so I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Man, they're gonna have to do something, but I think that'll be a good one. I was gonna say early prediction.
Yeah, we got so real quick before we move on, it'll be Patriots, Texans, Bills against the Jags, Steelers against Chargers. Those are like pick'ems.
I think the Bills beat the Jags.
Yeah, I do too. But the Jags are playing well, but I'm with you on that.
Playoff wise, yeah. Playoff wise, I think the Bills get it.
Texans and Patriots and Steelers and Chargers. Yeah,
and Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. It got cold in Pittsburgh, and Aaron Rodgers must have thought he was back in Green Bay.
I know.
So I don't know. It might get ugly for the Chargers too.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Aaron Rodgers, the way he threw the ball, it looks nice, man. Like
he can throw the football.
It still look nice.
Just annoying when he throw it. Cowboy fan, I'm sorry. I can't stand it. Especially on one leg. He beat us on one leg, Joe. Trauma.
He was my guy, too. He was my guy. I remember my friend Ron said Tony Romo was better than him.
He is. Next topic. Look, man, all I'm saying is some of these Cowboy quarterbacks, man, that were actually good with the stats, man, were just in bad places, man. You know, just bad place. Like if Dak was somewhere else, he wouldn't get as much hate as he would. But he's a Cowboy, so you gotta get hated on. Honestly, I would love in a parallel universe for Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott to switch places just to see how Eagles fans would have to defend Dak. I would love to just see that for one time, just to see how they would defend their quarterback with some nonsense. Dang, what happened to Indy? They were the top. Last time I heard from them too. Super Bowl. They lost their horseshoe, I guess.
Don't.
Not for real. Man, back at the cookout, but we having too much fun for this next topic, man. This one hurt me, man. I don't like Green Bay. I don't like that Micah Parsons is not of course. But it's tough right now because I gotta give him some love because I don't like Green Bay. Like I said, I'm sick that Micah Parsons is with the Packers. I like the future for the Cowboys because of the trade, but Michael Parsons is supposed to have a star on his helmet. He knows it. every interview he kind of throw a little subtle jabs out there about him not, about him missing being in Dallas because it's -8 up there when he be playing. But the Packers lose 34-26 in a road loss to the Denver Broncos. And during that game, Micah Parsons tore his ACL. Some thought it was just a non-contact injury. Some thought it was just something slight. And then later it was confirmed that he's tore his ACL. And man, talking about a player, what is it, first 5 seasons, 12.5 sacks? 70, what is it? You got total pressure 76, first in the NFL. Oh my goodness. This man was Jerry, you traded that? Jerry, you did that? That's crazy, man. Micah, come on back. Come back. I'm joking. But the real question goes back to what's plan P? Can Green Bay win the Super Bowl without Parsons? Joe, let me ask you a question. Who's the quarterback?
Jordan Love.
What happened the last time we seen Jordan Love in the playoffs?
Threw like 3 picks.
Was Micah Parsons there?
Nah.
That would have been a game changer. I'm not saying the rest of the defense is no slouch, but again, Micah Parsons was a game changer for this team all year. In certain games where they should have lost it, Micah Parsons would show up and make a big play. I mean, outside of that Browns game, but he single-handedly beat the Cardinals by himself when Jordan Love was playing bad. If you think about it, when their offense is having bad days, their defense steps up. The Eagles game, a lot of people was clowning the Eagles for having a low-scoring game, but that defense was there. They were making plays. And Micah Parsons is one of the sole reasons. I can't sit up here as a Cowboy fan and have people tell me the only reason your defense good is because y'all got 11 on your team. And now I'm looking at a Packers team and saying, I mean, well, technically, the Packers have been good for years. But this year, Micah Parsons has been a game changer and a game wrecker for the Packers. Going into the playoffs, which is a strange year in this NFL in the East. I mean, I said the East. And the NFC is very shaky. Very shaky. Without Micah Parsons, I don't think the Packers win the Super Bowl. They made this trade saying Micah Parsons was going to be that missing piece to get them to the Super Bowl. Even with Micah Parsons, I said I don't think Green Bay wins it because of their quarterback. Yes, him and the wide receiver, him and Chris. Shout out to you for saying that too, man, because I've been saying it also. Him and Chris Brown. I mean, I'm telling you, man, the boy look just like him. I don't know, man. God be on copy and paste sometimes with these faces. but they got a connection there that works for everybody, running back. Michael was this, it would have sucked for me to see it. Him go win the Super Bowl, but I think he would have been the reason why they got there. And without him, I don't think they won it.
Hey, how should I, I'm going to say Tom, copy paste. It's funny, God is copy pasting people. I don't feel like designing on someone that's copy and paste. But here's my thing. With or without Parsons, it's not about Parsons. It's about Jordan Love. That's what it comes down to. Because Jordan Love gets a lot of praise for what he did against y'all in the playoffs. A lot of praise. But what don't get talked about is what he did after that. Against the 49ers, he did not play well in that second round, and they lost the game. He threw a game-selling pick. Against the Eagles, yes, he was hurt. That's what everybody's saying. But he had 3 interceptions that game. So if they're going to win or get to the Super Bowl, the Green Bay Packers need to win their division, and they need a host. Now, I think they can go to LA and win the game. Not by the team wise. I'm not saying because of the team. I'm talking about the conditions. It's going to be great weather, and the LA Rams don't really have a home field. I can see a lot of Packers showing up and all that stuff. But if they got to go to Philly again, bro, they're losing. If they got to go to Chicago, although I'm not a big believer in Caleb Williams, but in those conditions, in the playoff atmosphere, I just don't trust Jordan Love in that atmosphere. The receivers got to be healthy. He got to have his full arsenal of weapons. And I do think they couldn't get to the NFC if that's the case, if they get the number 2 seed and they are healthy. But if that's not the case, if they got to go on the road, bro, I don't trust the Packers at all because of Jordan Love. He has to show me more in the playoffs. I haven't seen him show up in the playoffs under pressure. What he did to y'all
No
I
pressure.
mean, yes, it was against y'all. I was on the road, but I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away from him. But like,
I got you. It was no pressure.
shout out to Matt LaFleur.
I'll take it away.
Like, shout out to Matt LaFleur. Go back and watch the highlights of that game. Oh, that's not the highlights. Go back and watch Jordan Love's throws, and you will see how some balls were underthrown, caught, and then nobody showed up on the screen with a Cowboy jersey until like 2 seconds later. Like, I'm talking about dudes are wide open. So it wasn't like when I saw Aaron Rodgers going to Atlanta when he was on a Super Bowl run and he lit them up. Like, I'm talking about on the run, accurate, and tight windows. It wasn't that in that Cowboys game. It was a bunch of like bombs away. Oh, you wide open. Oh, it was. Shout out to Matt LaFleur. He cooked Dan Quinn. You said it. Look, when it comes to that hierarchy from the Shanahan's, Dan Quinn can't say nothing. He had nothing for those boys. So I gotta see Jordan Love. I gotta see more of that because even in the regular season, look what happened. He plays Chicago at home. They win. They go on a road and play Denver, and he don't look good. He don't look good, you know. So I gotta see him with his full weapons. And Aaron Jones had 100 yards and 3. Aaron Jones went crazy too. I mean, hey Tomo, when y'all played, he caught that. I think he caught a screen, and it was like for like 20 yards. I was like, dang, I forgot Aaron Jones. Oh, this is on
I think in my prediction, I told Big O we might lose to the Vikings because of him.
He did. I think he agreed with you. I think he picked y'all, and then he's like, oh yeah, you're right. Y'all both picked the Vikings to lose to and the Cardinals. But he didn't even dice y'all up. And Colin Murray didn't even play against y'all.
That's the part. That's the reason why both of those games is just like what happened. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, go
ahead. Yeah. I mean, yeah. See, Jordan Love in the regular season, he's doing a good job taking care of the ball. Although he had 2 interceptions last game, but in the playoffs, I'm telling you, bro, like I look at this, like against the Eagles, bro. He had 2 interceptions. Sorry, I think did he have a fumble too? No, he had 3 interceptions, and 2 against the 49ers. Like, that's my only thing.
Might have been 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They had a topic like this on First Take, and Stephen A. finally came out and said, I don't care nothing about Jordan Love in the regular season. He has to prove it in the playoffs. I think I still got the video clip, right? And I said, finally, they finally are giving the pressure to these quarterbacks. I understand you don't like Dallas Cowboys. I understand you don't like that. But when I see Jordan Love, that's the first person I think about. When things is all fine and dandy, he can go for 400. It's easy. But Joe, you said it. When the pressure is on, and I'm not even talking about the pressure from the game, when the literal pressure is coming to Jordan Love, everything just looks bad. It just looks eradicated. So that's why when you brought up the Rams, I was like, I don't think they'll win that one because once that rush starts to get there, it's going to get ugly for them. Now, when you said the conditions, I said, okay, that makes more sense. You know, the fan base, like you said, the pressure of the game. But once them defensive ends and tackles start putting hands on him or putting hands in his face, it gets ugly. Even when they played y'all early in the year, like early on in that game, once y'all started getting more pressure on him, the game got a little bit tighter. But after a while, he was just finding ways to roll out. And like you said, shout out to Matt LaFleur. Because the reason why they blew the Cowboys out in that game is because the run game was working so well that he could just do play action all day. And now people going to be wide open down the field because everybody biting in because Aaron Jones going for 20 a pop, averaging 20 yards a carry. I ain't never seen that unless it was Madden. This is crazy. But but it felt like it. CJ Anderson still running to this day. But anyway, like I said, trauma. So for me, once Micah Parsons went down, and again, like I said, speedy recovery. Like you never want to see a player of that magnitude go down because, again, returning from the ACL injury and everything that you got to do to go into it. But knowing a guy like Micah Parsons, he's not going to play around. Like the first day he can get back out there and rehab, he's going to be right back at it. And I do think, I don't know if somebody said that to me. It was like, this might be a career-changing injury for a player like him. I was like, I don't know. He a different dude. He might come back 10 times stronger. He might be really coming after Myles Garrett at this point. Like, that's how upsetting he going to be because he can't play football. So, for him, I know Micah Parsons gonna come back better. But for you now, Jordan Love, the pressure's back on you again. It's on you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so we'll see, man. Well, prayers up to Micah Parsons, man, for a speedy recovery. You know, with an ACL injury at this time of the year, it's like, dang, because it can always go into next year.
Yeah, and this was it. They could have went on a run, like you said.
And he was balling, man.
Yeah.
He's been balling this year. Like he's making people been talking about him being potentially a defensive player of the year, but obviously that's going to Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I mean he's been in the talks for years. He might have actually won it this year because you know they don't like giving us awards. You got to be a rookie to win an award over here. Break records, all this is just it's not enough.
Just happened in the wrong season. I'm sorry.
It's every season. Anyway, trauma, like I said. Well, Joe, from one great player to the next, I don't know what was. I know
it's a bunch of bad news.
I know. Like I don't even know where to start. Like, do I start with Chris Jones saying, you know, we got to keep fighting, and then the reporter say, hey, you know, you're eliminated, right? And he's like, we are. He's like, yeah, you're not in the playoffs. He's like, oh, okay, well, you know, somebody could have told me that before I walked out here. Like,
I know, right?
Now that's one player who really don't pay attention to nothing. He was like, I'm just playing. They've been winning so long that he don't even pay attention to the standings. Like, bruh, y'all need to win some games. But the Chargers, that division, man, they tired of getting chumped by Debo. That whole division said, you know what? When we get a chance, we gonna end their season. And I'm not making no jokes about Patrick Mahomes. I'm literally talking about the Chiefs themselves. The Broncos are winning. The Chargers, they just beat up on them. And a bad way to end a playoff streak is by your quarterback going down. And again, that the way it looked just didn't look like an ACL. And then you hear that it's an ACL. So the last time we seen Patrick Mahomes in the 2025 season, he was walking off the field with a towel on his head. And then people are starting to question. I heard Tom Brady reached out to him too. Is this the end of the Chiefs dynasty? I mean, some people say it was a Super Bowl. But take it away, Joe. I forgot I started with the Micah Parsons one.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh. I mean, well, some would say it was a Super Bowl. I thought it was a Super Bowl. Anytime you let the Eagles go up there and do that to you in the playoffs, man, like, I don't understand it. But it was personal for them. They played them the year prior, 2 years prior. And they got him off of a Bradbury hold. And we know the field was slippery, you know, all the things that happened from there. And then they go out and then they dominate them. I've been saying it all year. Dave is somewhere you want to call you, Joe. He's like, I told you they weren't contenders. Like I told you.
I can't even shout out my real.
Man. He like, look. But the aura was gone after that. A lot of teams, man. Nah, he not at all. I'm telling you. Because he literally looked lost for a second. But
no, he did though.
He said, he's like, stop playing with me. What you mean eliminated from the playoffs? I'm playing in January every year. You know, Cowboy fan. What's wrong with you?
You actually going on vacation now. Dang, in the cold. Never done that.
That's what makes me answer the question to say I think it's over. Because there's going to be a lot of replacements now. I think now this team is going to sit back and look at it and be like, well, Kelsey, you said you want to retire, but you came back one more year. You said you want to show the people that you still got it. Is he going to come back? Yes or no? I know they re-signed Chris Jones. I think that was 2 years ago when he got the big contract. Now, how you going to retool against that defense? Because that was y'all saving grace, right? He was like, we got the good offense. We already know what Mahomes can do. Mahomes, Kelsey. Then you added the 2 young receivers. Okay, that's part of a plan. But then the offensive line was a little shaky. They go out and draft players there. But again, though, for a team, like I said, 10-year postseason streak, 9-year division title streak. Man, I feel like the Cowboys in the 90s. Should have been born in the 80s. First time Patrick Mahomes is going to miss the playoffs in his career, and then it has to be like this. So he has to do rehab. He has to bounce back. Then you still got to have the questions on the defensive side of things. Like I said, there's going to be so many holes that they got to plug in place and then still deal with things because at the end of the day, the Chiefs, and I know the GM in the front office was always like, as long as we got Mahomes, I know y'all say as long as I got JD5, I'm alive. But they was like, as long as I got Mahomes, we ain't going home. But now you're home alone. I think the dynasty is over, Joe.
All right. So, I mean, is this particular group over? Yes. Kelsey ain't the same, man.
Nah.
He's not the same, man. He hasn't had an 100-yard game or a 10 catch game all year. He just not the same. He caused a couple of these games. You know, the Eagles game he caused, and he also caused the game against the Chargers. If Mahomes is supposed to be better than Brady, there's no way the dynasty can be over. People forget Brady went 10 years without winning the ring. He won 3, then went 10 years before he won another one. So the only reason why they said it's a whole dynasty is because of Belichick and Brady. But we talking about Andy Reid and Mahomes. No, it ain't over. I'm talking about. I don't think Kelsey's gonna be in the next one. I think Kelsey, like Mahomes, might miss next year. But no, Mahomes, he a different dude. He built different. He might come back quicker than usual. But I could see Kelsey next year probably being his last year. It's gonna be a new
Next year?
Yeah, next year might be his last year.
I think he done after this one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Basically, I think he might retire. Now he might try to muster up the strength. I don't know, but I think he's gonna be done. So I'm talking about the core. It's over for this core. But Mahomes and Andy Reid, we far from over, man. We far from I'm not a Chiefs fan, but they far from over. Mahomes about to come back and be a madman because Mahomes.
We thought that about this year.
Yeah, we did. We did. But this was I don't know. This year was different. Mahomes, but you can see Mahomes played bad this year though. Mahomes like down the stretch, like again, like this last game is the Chargers, bro. You in field goal range down by 3. Why are you throwing that pass? And he threw it bad interception. Like, dude, just throw it out of bounds and kick the field goal. Your defense playing well. Y'all were up 13-3, and they came back and took the lead 16-13. Y'all haven't scored in a long time. Just get the field goal. Then they got back in field goal range and Gardner Minshew throws an interception.
You said against the Raiders? Against who?
No, this is against the Chargers. This is on Sunday. I'm talking about.
That's why they won that game, Joe.
What are you talking about?
The Eagles game. Listen to what you just said. Mahomes throws a bad interception in the red zone when they could have just kicked the field goal.
No, that was Kelsey's fault. Kelsey dropped it.
No. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about why the Chargers won the Eagles game. They seen it before. They were in that position before, so they knew how to play it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm out the playoffs though. Go ahead.
You trying to bring up old stuff, but I like that.
I'm a Cowboy fan, man. That's all I got. Old stuff.
I like that old stuff you're bringing up. Yeah. Dang. Somebody wilding. All right. Anyways, but yeah, man, Kelsey ain't the same. And then Mahomes took a lot of hits this year, Tomo. You know how many times he ran the ball and took a hit? That's why I knew his season was on the line against the Chargers in the beginning of the game. He took a hit he went shoulder to shoulder with somebody. I'm like, bro, he is playing playoff basketball in week 6 because he see what's going on. He like, y'all, so he took a lot of hits this year. So although his ACL went out, that's his like knee area, but I mean, his body broke down, bro. He took a lot of hits this year. I don't know the statistics, but I could probably say that he took the most hits he ever took in his career in the regular season than this year. He ran the ball a lot more this year. For most of the season, he was a leading rusher. So this was just and just him doing that is the mentality. Like, yo, if nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So he has that Jordan Nets mentality that he's gonna come. Like Mahomes is one of them ones. He is a potential GOAT. He's not going to come back and backpedal. He's going to come back stronger than ever. And this also gives the Chiefs an opportunity to retool. This is the first time they're going to miss the playoffs since Mahomes been a starter, since 2018, Tomo. First time they won't play football in January, so they can actually have more time to get that team together. And this is the team that's needed to back off and like just mentally like get back. Like I feel like last year was a mirage. Like I still think this year's team is probably better than last year's team. Last year's team was more clutch. I would give you that. But last year's team was not good. They were not good. So it was like fool's gold. They thought they had something, but they really didn't. And they had all their guys come back. They didn't really add much. You know what I mean? And then boom, same thing. And they also had injuries on the offensive line, but that's everybody. Everybody dealing with injuries. So I think he's coming back stronger than ever. When we talk about Mahomes and Andy Reid, no, it ain't over. What? But we're talking about Kelsey, you know what I mean? Kareem Hunt, you know what I mean? Guys like that. Pacheco, it's over. I mean, go find another team, bro. Retire. Pacheco, I'm sorry, bro. You look fast when you're running, but run that. You gotta run to another team.
I think that's the missing element here. They need a running back. McDonough, no need to unpack them bags. I can't. Oh boy, I'm telling you, you got it right now. But look, for the AFC playoff picture, right? And I know we got one more title before we one more segment before we're done. But this will be the first, like you said, this will be the first year no Mahomes in the playoffs. And again, we got a lot of questionable teams that are going into the playoffs as far as contenders. Let me ask you this, Joe. Do you think this is the year? Because right now, for my Raven fans, right now, the only teams that are in the playoffs: Texans, Bills, Chargers, Steelers, Jaguars, Pats, Broncos. Is this the year that Josh Allen gets it done?
I want to say this. If Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson don't get to the Super Bowl, I'm done with both of them, bro. I am. I'm sorry, bro. If Josh Allen gets to the Super Bowl this year or Lamar, the 1 year Mahomes not in it.
I'm saying the boogeyman ain't there now.
Josh Allen only lost to Joe Burrow, who's not in it, and Mahomes, who's not in it. He beat Lamar every time you see him in the playoffs. So, but everybody else, he should make it. But this is a tricky year. Shout out to Sean Payton, man. The Broncos are playing well, but like I said, if Josh Allen, so I'm gonna say this is a year that one of them do it. Josh Allen, Lamar. My Super Bowl pick is Lamar, so I'm gonna say Lamar. This is a year Lamar gonna do it. But Lamar gotta get in the playoffs. According to Dave, he's not a contender.
Hey, that's what he said, right? But
yeah.
Okay, so let me see.
So yeah, the Steelers are contenders, but the Ravens not. Shout out to Dave.
They're flipping that. Right, that means the Bills got to make the Super Bowl. Who come out the East right quick?
The NFC East? Oh,
no, not NFC. NFC. I'm sorry, not the East. The NFC. You see, I'm locked in our only division. I don't care about the rest of the conference,
bro. The Patriots, bro, because the Bills still got the Eagles.
No. I'm sorry, not the. No, I'm saying if the Bills make the Super Bowl, who comes out of the NFC? Like who's their opponent? That's what I meant. I said East.
Ain't nobody come out the East. Come on, man.
Nah, that's what I said. I said I'm so focused on the East.
I don't know. Obviously the Rams looking good, but that's the number 1 seed. I mean,
you got Bears.
We'll make our prediction when that time comes.
Okay. All right. Josh Allen got a lot of. Josh Allen.
I mean, this is the year.
Lamar, you get in there.
This is the year.
I got to make something shake. I ain't going to hold you. Yeah, I'm with you.
Everybody, Bo Nix, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud. Who else?
Justin Herbert.
And
Rodgers.
But that's if Lamar make it and Rodgers won't be there.
Okay, yeah.
But
Lamar there? Yeah, nah.
This is assuming, sorry, Dimitri, that Lamar and Josh Allen, because they are the 2 quarterbacks you're looking at. We talking about every quarterback besides Justin Herbert. Babies, bro. Like, y'all got MVPs. One got MVP. MVPs, AFC Championship appearances. Like, Mahomes has been y'all nemesis.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, he been the one.
Josh Allen to Lamar. What?
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, they all kind of got a little tier. Okay.
This is the year.
This will be the year. All right, I just wanted to see. But I'm with you on that. Let's say, as far as the dynasty, that closing chapter of this iteration of the Chiefs, that is done. Like the Mahomes, Kelsey, and Andy Reid era, is done. I think Kelsey, like you said, if they would have won the Super Bowl last year, Kelsey wasn't playing this year. He would have retired. He came back to try to bounce back from that loss, and it was just a bad year. And me and you both said it in the preseason preview, was like, this is where Mahomes is going to go crazy because he's mad. So now he's going to come back on a vengeance, and this season almost looked like the last one, but they were winning those close games.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Now, like I said, the aura's gone.
Yeah, it is. And Kelsey at the point where it's like, you were good, and then and mentally you're like, man, I can still do this, man.
Charles Barkley in Space Jam.
There it is. Wanna be
gone.
For like that's what he got. Like he's like mentally like I can still do this. I can still roll with these youngins. But when he go out there, he dropping passes.
And he Magic Johnson. He Magic Johnson with the interception.
For real. And when you do that, that's pressing. He's pressing.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes too. Don't interceptions he be throwing. He's trying to make a play. He's trying to bruh, take the same mentality you had when you won your second Super Bowl or your third one. Sorry, the third one when you beat the 49ers. Your mindset was the defense gonna do their job. I'm gonna take care of the ball. Do that. Like in these games, Tomo, they don't really need to score. The defense been playing well against the Texans. The defense against the Texans, they played the last two games. They played really good. I mean, I'm talking about 3 and out, 3 in the second half, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 5 plays, punt, 3 and out, and then you go for it on your own 30-yard line. Like what? Pressing. That's Andy Reid pressing right there. And then Rasheed Rice drops a whopping cats. Pressing.
Amen.
How about you just trust the defense? Oh yeah, I should have because it's over now. Trust the defense and not make mistakes. Just do that, and y'all would have won a lot of these games.
They not here, and I don't want to be a representative for them, but I got to balance out my jabs. There's some Jalen Hurts supporters somewhere saying that's all we've been trying to tell y'all for years. Y'all say he needs to throw the ball more.
No, it's fact. See, here's the thing though. Mahomes has proven that he can, you know what I mean? Like in 2018, he won MVP, threw 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, something like that. Went to the AFC Championship game. Then a year after that,
I got you. We got to see it from.
Speaking of Jalen Hurts, he won MVP and then beat Jalen Hurts. No, Jalen Hurts played good that game. But Mahomes has showed that he can be the driving force. And he got to a point where, okay, I got that. Now I'm gonna do the Brady way. Brady threw the ball out though, and I'm gonna just, but he be pressing, and nobody's telling Hurts to press. Cause it's times when it's like, bro, throw the ball away. Interception he threw against the Chargers, throw it away, bro. Like that last one he threw, bro, just throw it away.
I wasn't.
The last one.
The last.
Tomo, no, he got that out of the way, bro.
It was a bad throw by him, but it was a better play by the Chargers.
Bro,
it got tipped. It got tipped in the air, and bro made a play before he went out of bounds. Like that, it was just that interception. It was terrible. It was a terrible.
I mean, I got it right here.
All right. Look.
I got it right here.
This is a once in a lifetime thing. Y'all will only see me do this once in a life. Look at the play.
It's a tight window, Tomo.
Yeah, but it was almost incomplete though. Look at it,
Tomo. The problem is it's first down. Like, it's first down, bro. Like, why?
He didn't even bite on the play action.
Why?
But see, look, we can't zoom in the way. But if you see Tony Jefferson, right? He almost, if his foot would have went out of bounds, it's incomplete. I'm just saying that's crazy. It was all crazy.
It is a crazy play, but it's like
it was a bad idea. It was a bad throw. I agree there. But however, the play on the defense was bad offense, better defense. I don't really fault him. Look, he should have threw the Dallas Goedert.
See, no, because he what's what I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Basically he bailed. Dang. He bailed after he threw the ball. He was running towards Goddard, but soon he threw it. See, he running towards Goddard. And soon he threw it, he backpedaled to the.
All right, let's get out of here because I was about to say something crazy. That looked like one read to me. It only looked like you looked at Dallas Goedert. Let's get out of here.
All right, let's go.
Told you I got to balance it out, man. I was defending them too much. All right, let's get to our next topic, man, and close it out, man. The game about to start in just a minute, man. It's funny. We were here when the NBA Cup first started.
Yeah.
And we were saying, is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? And it seemed like players really are buying into it. They taking it personal. They going out there and trying to win it. Well, maybe because it's the last time they seen LeBron hold up a trophy. But I'm just saying, players are really. I don't know where that came from.
He's a child LeBron. God.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm not. But it's the last time. But this is also the last time we've seen these two teams in the finals. The Knicks, they playing against each other. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I think it was 99.
Last time we saw the Knicks in the finals.
Yeah, I'm saying these two teams.
these
That's
two
why I said
teams,
facing each other. Yeah,
That's
now we know the
true.
Spurs been there.
That's true,
Knicks
Tom.
and Knicks fans, whew, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button after y'all kill me in the comments for saying
They
that.
the Jets.
Yeah, but today at 8:30, man, we got the Spurs going up against the Knicks. Last time we seen the Spurs, man, they was out there duking it out. Hey, Chet, just saying, man, when Wemby get right, y'all got a threat out there in the West. That's all I'm saying. They gave y'all second loss, and then we got the New York Knicks. They went up against Orlando, found a way to make things happen. Joe, who win? Darren Fox.
You got Mike Brown on one end. And you got De'Aaron Fox on the other. Tomo. I'm happy for them, Tomo, but it's like, dang. Because I remember as a Kings, first time in the NBA Cup, we made it to the tournament. We won our bracket. And then we got punished by the Pelicans. But we made it though. We made it to the bracket part. So this is what Mike Brown said. Mike Brown on playing against Wemby. This is what he said. You go to church, you get down on your knees, and say a prayer to the good Lord. that's how you beat Wemby. Because I remember when we played them, the Spurs in Sacramento, Mike Brown had a tough time against the Spurs, with or without Wemby. So I'm gonna go with the Spurs, man. Now, when we did our predictions, I picked the Spurs to beat OKC. No, I didn't. I picked OKC to win. And that was only because I couldn't pick against OKC. But I did mention that any team in the West that can beat OKC, in my opinion, in this scenario, it's the Spurs. And I said Wemby gonna have to delete the paint. And when Wemby was in the game, they only had 4 points in the paint.
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Man, different.
21 minutes and plus 21. Bro, they blew him out, basically, when he was on the floor. That's crazy. So he's going to be a problem, I feel like, against the New York Knicks. He's going to be a big problem. I do think the defenders that the Spurs got will give Brunson a hard time. I think the X factor this game going to be OG and Anunoby. I think he could have a sneaky game this game. But I'm going with the Spurs to win this game and sending a message to the NBA like, we coming. Shout out to Warren.
Well, I mean, the NBA stole Wemby from the Wizards. If you want to get into your conspiracy theory bag, so I'm with you, Joe, on that one.
I would say they stole him from the Pistons, but Carl ain't won him.
Wemby?
Yeah, he said he wanted to drive Wemby. He already got us in there.
I think I remember that. As a Wizards fan, I'm a little upset.
Tripping.
Yeah, cause I don't know, man. He different. I know you're gonna defend yourself in the comments and in the chats, but yeah, nah, you gotta take. If he there, you gotta draft him. You got to. But and he did that on a minutes restriction.
That's 21 minutes.
Wizards, you mean?
No,
no. I get what he's saying because they keep working him out of the number 1 pick.
But he didn't want Wemby, so it didn't matter. He would never draft him anyway. It was up to him.
Yeah, so the Wizards would have, and we probably wouldn't be in the cup, but Wemby would be doing what Alex Saw doing on a 10 times better level.
He might be in the cup.
I don't know, bro. The Wizards back then, that was before we got the new regime.
Who the Spurs have? When he got drafted?
You're right. And I hear the Wizards trying to get Darius Garland too. I mean, just slow. They trying to make some moves. I heard. Actually, let me pick this and then because we gotta get out of here. I'm going with the Spurs because of what you just said, Joe. Wemby on a minutes restriction. Every time he touched the floor, something good happened. Every time he touched the floor, the paint was obsolete. Like you don't come down here. There's no time to even play around. Like everything that they said this kid was gonna be in the league, every year he's gotten better at it, or he's showing you, look, this is my league and I'm coming for the face of it. I know we always had that conversation about who's gonna be the face of the league, but this kid here, bro, he's stepping up to the challenge. And again, once the minutes restrictions probably go off, it's probably gonna get uglier because the way that unit is playing. I know Darren Fox was out there. You got Vassell, but they got so many weapons that's around this kid, and then he can still make plays. Like it's just a perfect blend for what he's in right now. And the Knicks, I think this is more so just a wake up call for them. Like I said, I think the Knicks are going to try to come out of the East because of how just the East is built right now. A lot of people are going through some things. I'm not sleeping on the Pistons though. I think the Pistons going to give them a run for their money this year. Cade is upset about how that series went last year, but right now this is one of those wake up calls for the league. Like, hey, we're here, and whoever wins this one, I think that's going to be another stepping stone for them once they get to the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with I'm going with the Spurs. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Knicks did win somehow, some way, because that's just what they do.
Yeah. Adrian, we kind of answered that question in the previous segment. So let's go back to the segment before this about we talked about the Chiefs. We talked about Josh Allen and Lamar. But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, bro. So you said you're going with the Spurs?
Yeah, I'm going with the Spurs.
All right, let's get it. We both pick the Spurs. Let's get it, man.
All right, I'm gonna say what I got to say for my last words.
You going? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So for time's sake, let's go straight to the last words, and now I'll have the updated jump for you next episode.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I'm going Spurs. Okay, Carl going Spurs, and but victory.
Man, you got your Chipotle, man. It's okay.
All right. My last words. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna watch the cup tonight.
It's just all bad.
Huh?
It's just all bad. It's just all bad.
But it's all bad for me too. Talking about the Commanders suck, the Kings trash.
But you in the fantasy playoffs though. This is all bad, yo. This is all bad.
I can control that. You know what I mean? I can control that. I can't control what the Kings do. I can only talk from here, and I'm not a GM. And I can't control what the Commanders do, but I can just talk from here. You know what I mean? And represent. You know. But the Kings, fire sale. Fire sale. Fire sale. Fire sale. Fire sale. That's all I gotta say about them. The Commanders, right decision for shutting down JD5. Like I said, Eagle fans, I will be in Maryland Saturday. Kev, Blaze, let's link up. Some of y'all Cowboys fans want to pull up too. Let's pull up and link up. Let's watch the game together. I know, and it don't matter to us. It's just a pride thing. That's all it is for us. It's a pride thing. And you know what, Cowboy fans? Y'all show up because y'all be rooting for us. So, yeah, show up. Because we need more people rooting for us when we watching the game.
Just let us know the location. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to make that happen. And the game at 5 o'clock, too, on Saturday. So that's a good time. It's not too late. It's not too early. It's perfect. So, yeah, it's actually perfect. You know, I can still do stuff like that night. You know what I mean? I can chill. You know what I mean? Chill with the fam after the dub. But, last thing I want to say, shout out to the whole R2R network. Shout out to the whole R2R family. Big things are coming up, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going into the new year. So everybody that's watching, make sure you go into the new year strong. I'm going to give another match like this before the real new year. Make sure you go into the new year strong. Write down your goals right now. If you haven't, you should have been did it, but do that right now and have a plan to execute those goals in 2026. But it's a pleasure of being here with you guys. Tomo, floor is yours.
All right, so I was on a cruise, right? And I was just periodically, you know, I didn't want to jump into the chats too heavy. Hold up. We drop the hold up right quick, man. Shout out to Dimitri with the $4.99 super chat. Knicks for the dub. Steelers to the bowl.
Okay. Shout out to Dimitri.
Hey man, he put it into the universe for real. Every super chat saying something about the Steelers going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. If they end up there, franchise purposes. Yeah, shout out to you
for all your super chats today.
Yep. Oh, so let me wrap this up right quick. We only got a minute left. So I seen it was a trade for LaMelo Ball. The Wizards was trying to get LaMelo Ball, and I heard that he blocked it. And then a quote came out. I don't know how true the quote is, but he was like, I already played for one bad team. Why I want to play for another? Hey, LaMelo, let me tell you like this, man. The Wizards would have actually built around you, not just continue to let you play in mediocrity. But if you want to do that in Charlotte, man, by all means, do your thing. And now I no longer root for LaMelo Ball. I don't like that. Yeah, no.
What is it? This Charlotte though. He's always this Charlotte, bro.
I've always been doing it, but not him though. I wanted him to be all right. But
Charlotte
now that he said that,
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Actually, Charlotte is my Bradley Beal, and now LaMelo Ball falls in that category. There you go.
I just realized Charlotte that's the Panthers. What's up with you in Charlotte, bro?
I don't know. It was just random. The Panthers have always been bad, and I don't like the way they did Cam. I don't like the way they did Cam. They shouldn't have did Cam that way. But if they do LaMelo Ball any kind of way, that's on him because you shouldn't have said what you said about the Wizards. I'm sorry. Look at you, Bill. Look at you, Jordan Poole. Talking about it was a dead space when he was with the Wizards. The fans didn't even want to root for him. Pelicans are 5-22. Ain't nothing changed, my boy. Ain't much changed. That's all I'm saying, bro. Why you dissing the team when you could have changed it? But ain't much changed. Wherever you go. Shout out to my boy Derek Queen, though. He balling down there.
Yeah, he is. He is.
That's a twerp. I would say that's a twerp. That's a twerp since you want to be funny, Carl. The terp. He balling.
He is.
I'm going to get my Chipotle back. Let's get out of here.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all Friday, next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.